Said that just like I wrote it for you. That was good. I want to congratulate the other four athletes. They were elected because of their expertise on the track, or on the ball line, or on the field. I wasn't. That's not why I'm here. I'm here because I rode in on the wings and the backs of those women basketball players that I was so honored to coach. Not just the ones here, but the ones for 19 years of service here at the university. We had some good basketball teams during those years. And, you know, they say that good players make good coaches. You've heard that before. That's probably true. And I think also I learned that sometimes a coach can affect the life of an athlete, maybe for the rest of their life. Well, I'm here to tell you, the reverse of that is true too. If you think those 19 years that I had here with all those athletes didn't affect me, you would be wrong. One of my favorite songs that I hear is by Miranda Lambert. It's entitled "The House That Built Me." It's a song about a lady that goes back to see her childhood home where she was raised, and all the memories and the things that affected her. Well, I'm here. My basketball career with women's basketball was the way because those women built me. You see, I have no basketball background whatsoever. I come from a tiny high school with 11 graduating seniors. And you will find this hard to believe. We never had a gymnasium until I was junior in high school. We had a outdoor court with no asphalt, no concrete. It was clay and rocks. And if you wanted to play basketball, that's where you played. And I wanted to play. Dribbling would have been a challenge. And diving after a loose ball would have been dangerous. You wouldn't do that. But my junior year, we built they built us a gym. And new gym, new basketball team. Well, we had a team for the first time. We won one ball game. The senior year rolled around, had about the same players back, so we won one more ball game. That was my career. And I don't remember who we beat. Damn, they must have been bad. But I had several mentors that I've got to mention. One is a guy named Irv Lyman. Irv coached at Parkway Central in St. Louis like forever. Another one was a guy named Marvin Wooten, who coached at DeMatha High School near Washington, D.C. And actually, I never met him, but I heard him speak a couple of times, and I read everything he posed. And I ran my high school basketball teams, or tried to mimic his philosophy, and that's what I followed many times. Carol Williams and Ron Shumate, whom I worked for each for 2 years, taught me how to prepare a team for game night. And Marvin Rosengart. Marvin was the athletic director here. When I was employed, he hired me. And then 2 years later, there was a coaching change, And I, as an assistant coach, could have been released. Probably should have. A head coach wants to name their own assistant. But he retained me. And then 2 years later, after working for Arnzen for 2 years, I got a call one summer day, one Friday, to come up to the provost's office, and Mark was there. And, what's this about? Anyway, they offered me the head coaching job of the women's basketball team. And I hate to admit this, at the time, I had never seen a women's basketball game. And this was way back a long time ago. And the Title IX was implemented, but not that many years, and it's still trying to gain some footing. Anyway, I wanted to be a head coach again, so I thought, hey, I can do that. Basketball is basketball. Women are men, no difference. So we started our first season, pre-season conditioning program. Pat Cullen would remember that. It was like a boot camp. And we were pretty good. Matter of fact, we tied for the conference championship first year. So I thought, hey, I'm doing all right here. Until after the season was over, half the team wanted to quit, and a lot of them did. So I'm thinking, well, let's reevaluate some things. And this is what I'm talking about. When Alicia comes aboard, and the players come aboard, and I start watching and listening instead of dictating. And things went a little better. I think she said probably the highlight of the 19 years was the play for national championship in 1990-91. We played that game here, and it was in front of standing room only. Many of you were here. And at that time, it was the largest crowd ever witnessed a Division II women's basketball game. We didn't win. We played North Dakota State, and they hit a couple shots, long shots, late in the game that decided the contest. But I had no remorse. I thought, we left it on the floor. They were better than us. If they could come in here in front of a standing room only crowd and beat this basketball team, it was pretty darn good. Anyway, after that year, 91, we turned to Division I. In the next 10 years, I guess, I got to coach in Division I level. So, that's basically my story, and I'm sticking with it. But there's two people that I want to point out to. I got a group of men sitting over here that I coached in high school. And guys, if it weren't for you, I would never have been offered a college coaching job. Might have been a custodian or something. It wouldn't have been a college coaching job, so I'm indebted to you. And in some respects, I think back those 9 years I was a head coach at Arnzen. In some respects, those were the best years of my life. I enjoyed that a lot. And of course, these women that are sitting back here are former players. Only one, I believe, lives here in town. The rest of them had to come from quite a distance. Two, that tells me. Oh, Sherry. There's two of them. Otherwise, the rest of them had to come from quite a ways. Serena lives in Houston. Excuse me, Dr. Wesley. Lives in Houston, Texas. She recently lost her mother in services, and so Rita read a eulogy called Mother's Love. And Rita, you got to me, I'll tell you. She would talk about something that her mom did, and then she would say, it's a mother's love, and go on to the next one. I love you. And my two daughters, Cheryl flew in from Phoenix to be with me, and Amy, the youngest daughter, flew in from Santa Clarita, California. My grandson drove over from Springfield, Missouri, where he plays hockey for Drury University, and his girlfriend. So, love you all, and girls. She's up there watching you, shining down on you.